TS Madison came for me. I did a TikTok video in response. TS Madison was on Nene Leakes' podcast talking about DL men and talking about how women should get on the HIV PrEP medication. And, I responded, I do my TikToks and all that, and I feel that TS is a closeted misogynist.
Okay.
I feel that T.S. Madison is a sociopath with a lot of childhood trauma and psychological issues. I feel that T.S. Madison does not like women and enjoys the fact that the men that she sleeps with, she calls them straight, but they're actually straight presenting men who are actually gay. She enjoys the fact that she can send this man home to his wife after she done broke him in with her dang-a-lang.
Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. Listen, you know me, okay? You've seen this face, and I talk a lot of stuff, but there's somebody who mutes me up. When she's here, I just sit and listen. This is my good friend. She doesn't need this big introduction. Welcome, Spiritual Whistleblower. How are you doing, my friend?
Speaking
How
of new face,
doing?
look at this clean shaven. Don't he look handsome?
Thank you. Sometimes the camera makes me look a little better. You know what I mean?
New year, new look. You looking good, Barry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers to all of y'all.
Cheers.
I'm sipping because I gotta get right. Because there's too much shit going on right now.
But you look good.
Hey.
I'm
saying fuck nigga free. That's why.
How's the knee?
The knee is awesome. I'm ready to dance.
You was out there wilding. You wasn't even 2 weeks into healing and you was out there dancing already.
Not yet. Well, it's my surgeon said 6 weeks. I've been good. That was right before the surgery. I danced all the way up to surgery date, and then I chill. So I literally got 2 more weeks, and then I can go back to dancing.
Okay, that's good.
Knee is awesome. The
that's
pain
good.
Is gone.
That's good.
I had a meniscus tear, for those of you wondering. So I had minor surgery. It's like a 20-minute surgery to repair the tear. So I'm all good.
So how was your 2025? Because obviously you're my buddy, so we talk all the time. But what was your 2025 like?
Laid back. Full of popcorn moments because I just said, damn, everything, that I foreshadowed or predicted, shit's coming true. And I'm just like, munch. And I'm just, personally, I'm in good health and I had a great year, stayed in shape. I have a fitness trainer, shout out to Brolic Fitness. Alex, my fitness trainer, and I minded my business. My hobby is dancing, and I just watch the fucking news because I'm just like, what now? If it ain't the celebrities, it's the politicians. 2025 was a good year for me, but just speculating and the things that I predicted and watching these narcissists throw each other underneath the bus. It's just been wow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're gonna get into a lot of it, right? A lot of it. I'm just gonna ask you some questions. Sometimes you're gonna just veer off. You do what you want to do.
Oh, one last thing. Hold up. We gotta let your audience know. So I come on here dressed up to shut up the haters, but this is what I look like. This is a gift to Barry. This is a poster. You see this motherfucker come down your timeline. This is me and her, the same person. That is Spiritual Whistleblower. I piss off a lot of people just with my mouth, but they really hate the truth. Okay, but this is me. The next time I come on your show,
I need this.
I will be dressed like this.
Yeah, I need this. I've gotten, dolled up whistleblower for what's his number 4? Dolled up whistleblower. Yeah. I need this now.
This is for the haters. They call me ugly on here and I have to silence them, but that's for you. I'm going to sign this for you. You frame it.
Thank you very much. My good friend. I'm going to put this on the wall. I'm going to make sure I frame it.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Yeah. So that is, you see this crazy lady. So many people steal my videos, repost, and they go viral to get, they're getting paid off of me, and that's all good.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it because they don't even tag me. Tag me, give me credit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just give you the credit.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the one thing with me, because they do it to me too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll
crazy.
take my sports takes and they won't even stitch it. They'll just take the whole video. I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
Stitch is something. YouTube, this girl, I blasted her last week. She took 37 of my videos.
37?
Uploaded the full thing. Not even a stitch. Uploaded. Yeah, out of everybody on her, me up and down.
Is she at least commentating on the video?
No.
Oh, that's
no
crazy.
comment. It's my entire video.
That's nuts.
So people get paid off my shit, and they don't
yeah.
even tag me or shout me out. You know, so I don't like it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what it is, but... All right,
Listen, that's what happens when you're popular. I mean, people want to be you, but they don't want to be you.
I got like 20 fake pages, fake motherfuckers on TikTok, scamming people in the inbox, pretending to be me, and TikTok won't stop them. So, you know, my name is trademark.
Yeah.
I trademarked my shit. But, you know, it is what it is.
Well, listen, let's get into some...
Let's go.
Some recent stuff. Obviously, 2025 was a big year, some financial, you know, for people up and down, but the politics part of it has been
nasty
a real
work.
Big issue, you know, with the whole thing that's going on in Minneapolis right now. You know, Renee Good losing her life. You had, listen, I, as much as people want to use that as like a linchpin, I'm talking about Keith Porter Jr. Keith Porter Jr. lost his life before the new year. So, you know, what are your thoughts on everything that's just going on? Like, you know, how are you feeling about that? Like, you know, do you see any light at the end of the tunnel? Like, what are your thoughts?
There's a light at the end of the tunnel. For us good doers that are minding our business, and we have spoken up and we've gotten ignored, we can't do anything but sit back and let things play out. We have a criminal in office.
Yeah.
And he's not only a criminal, he's an abuser, a womanizer, pedophile, all of that. But how does he get away with so much? It's because he surrounds himself with enablers.
Correct.
He's not the only one. They all do it, you know. And that's basically the blueprint. We have these individuals in our families. We have them in our workplace. We have that. They survive because they have people around them to enable. So this past year has been chaos. I'm not shocked by it. I think, let me carefully word this. The people that voted him in are shocked. And we gave those individuals a warning, like, this is what's going to happen. And for whatever reason, they did not believe us.
Yeah, they didn't take it seriously.
Blindly follow behind. You know, it's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. And now they're crying. And what I think is interesting is it appears like everyone wants Black people to start the fight, the riots, start the attacks.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that. We're not doing it. It's not our place anymore. It's other people's turns. You know, we got to sit it out because we've been crying about the violence. We've been crying about everything that's done to us, and nobody took it serious. So when they're seeing this other side of him that he doesn't care about them either, it's now what? What are you going to do? We're not going to jump out there because that's what I feel like he's waiting. He's waiting for us, my people of color, to get things sparking so he could say martial law.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And sick the dogs and do this. That's what they're waiting for.
They are antagonizing, and they're going to continue to push the envelope until somebody harms an ICE agent, and that's when it's going to
rage bait.
Yeah,
they are definitely provoking, and I would just say, don't do it.
Right.
Because, and even with the women, we talked about this in our last interview about the pick me women voting him in. Now he's in there, he's taking your rights away, and he doesn't want, you know, we're going back to the Handmaid's Tale stuff, like women are to be seen and not heard, and slaves, and they don't want us to have anything. You voted that in, and now you're crying about it. What do you want us to do?
Right.
So I just, speaking as a Black woman, I'm not going to do anything for the next 3 years, but just work on myself and make money and just watch from afar. But we can't do anything anymore. This has to play out so people can see. When we talked about in our last interview, I said, had Kamala been voted in, that would have been worse. I think there would have been a lot of retaliation, maybe assassination attempts definitely on her, on Black women. It would have been bad. So I said I felt it would have been better if everybody just let it play out so they can really see
the nastiness.
They can see it, and they can't blame anybody because they put them there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's exactly like you got what you voted in, so it is what it is.
I'll just say I will be really shocked if he makes it to the end of his term.
Oh, I think he has dementia.
He's got a lot more than dementia.
Yeah,
he's got a lot more health wise. He's. Bleh.
If you hear me slurring his words, like it's bad.
Diabetes, probably heart problems.
The man eats like 6 McDonald's Big Macs a day.
You can see that clearly.
Yeah.
Feet, his ankles are swollen. So I say if it isn't a health issue, one of his own trying something to get him out the way. And I forget, I said it was 3 ways because I had already talked about this, but I will be shocked if he makes it to the end of his the next 3 years.
Like if they invoke the 25th Amendment and get him out of there too.
Impeachment, that's the third one. Yeah. Impeachment, somebody trying to wipe him out, one of his own.
Or natural causes. I'm going with natural causes.
I'm
going for the natural causes. That's what I want.
That's interesting because I on TikTok, a lot of nurses and stuff, they can see the signs already. They're like, he's on his way out.
Nah, seriously, like I have family members that have certain ailments, and you can see it. It's like, oh, okay, that's recognizable. That's something that I've seen. You know what I mean? So 7 months is what I'm calling.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Right? See if I can be able to get a prediction right, because she's always getting the predictions. I don't like that.
Let's see. But I think something did happen. Remember, he disappeared for a little bit over the summer. Yeah, that was a health issue.
He took his ass to the hospital. They was over here CT scanning his ass up.
They was panicking, trying to come up with a storyline. And I give it to the end of next year.
Okay. All right. So we'll see
what
happens.
You said 7 months, and I say the end of December.
All right. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, here's another question, because I see a lot of backlash in the comments of things that you post. And I see a common trend. I don't know if you see it because you get so many comments, you do so many videos, you don't have time to go through everything, right? But I see it. And there's a lot of people that say that, why don't you criticize like couples that are not of our complexion more?
I do. What is they do? I went in on the Beckhams. I went in on Justin Bieber, and I don't like his wife. I talk about Selena. I do. I don't know. I'm a Black woman, first of all, so I can but I talk about what I resonate with, because if I talk about other races, then it's like I haven't walked in your shoes. So you think
it's kind of like uncharted waters for you in regards
and I try to stay relatable, because I can only speak about my experiences as a Black woman and relate to other Black women and Black men. So it's not that I'm intentionally avoiding, but if it's a hot topic and the person happens to be white or Indian, I'll speak on it, and I absolutely have spoke on other races. So
okay, good, because I know the truth, but I wanted to put that out there so people can know exactly.
I put out a video today about the Beckhams. Yeah. Sure did. I've been talking about Harry and Meghan. I can't stand that royal family. I think they're horrible. I think we had talked about that a while ago. Yeah. They but I applaud Harry for standing up to the family. The Queen's out the way. Charles is on his way out. It's that older brother that's a problem. And I think he's a bully. I think he bullies his wife. Is it Kate? Because they said she had cancer. I mean, she's too young to be having that, and that's stress related. I think he bullies her,
Right.
and the royal family covered it up and all that. So he's going to be a problem if he's the next in line, because Harry doesn't want to be affiliated. He doesn't want to be crowned anything. He wants to live a normal life. That older brother, is it William? It's a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the dynamics in regards to obviously the narcissistic tendencies. Like, what are you seeing the trends as you're looking at more celebrity, people that are more exposed out there, they're putting their business out there. Are you seeing more of the toxic traits from women, or are you seeing more of the toxic traits from men?
Right now it's men. The
Okay.
trend is men throwing men underneath the bus when they once were cool.
Yeah.
50, Diddy,
They haven't been cool for a while though.
it's been a while, but
Yeah.
it's little things. The women do it too, but I find the men are really, throwing each other underneath the bus, like really gossipy, and a narc, like I explained in the past, is a manipulator, and they're loyal to no one, but they'll team up with other narcs if it means coming up against one innocent person and cornering that person.
Okay.
But what happens when they turn on each other? Okay. And that's what I think 2026 is going to be a year of all of that. You're just going to see a lot of mudslinging from the politicians, the celebrities. They're going to be turning on each other left and right. That's what I see.
And what do you attest to that particular like prediction? Why would you think that there's going to be an escalation of people just turning on each other? Why?
Because we're in the era where it's time for the truth. What's done in the dark comes to the light.
Right.
And people, social media has exposed so much, and people are not being fooled and deceived anymore. And people are not scared to speak up. We're seeing a lot of victims come forward and speak up where they used to be scared. So the bad guy is like, well, to take the attention off of him, he deflects by outing another bad guy. So then it turns into a who can destroy who first to get the attention off of them, deflect. So we're just in an era now where everything that has been done in the dark is coming to the light.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, a couple of episodes that we had, I think it might have been the first one, we talked about triangulation.
Oh,
We
yeah,
talked about
it was.
so many different, narcissistic traits out there and tendencies. Are there any new ones that you've seen pop up within this time that, from our first episode, our first pod to now, that is more alarming than anything that people need to look out for that they're not recognizing? Because obviously there's certain ones that people know, but is there something that's kind of hidden that might be problematic going forward?
In terms of triangulation?
In terms of anything that's in regards to like a narcissistic tendency.
Well, I like the fact in relationships, and this is a conversation because a lot of my mutuals on TikTok are women of all races,
Right.
Asian, Hispanic, and from different parts of the world. And we're all collectively figuring out these patterns of triangulation. Triangulation is deadly in a relationship.
So it'd be, so
dynamic,
triangulation is the top
in a
one.
marriage.
Yeah.
And what I find is women are saying that marriage is a scam and a trap collectively. Collectively. Because marriage is used to triangulate. The wife is used as a piece of bait to attract low-level women while she's trapped at home, keeping things stabilized. It affords him to run the streets and do whatever with a man or a woman, So women are learning that marriage, we've been groomed and taught that marriage is the Disney story, the fairy tale, and it's not. We've been hoodwinked by our families and by society. Now, marriage is great, I think, for like 2% of people in this country. It works because I've seen there's a few couples I follow on social media that I think are amazing, but it's a rarity. But for the most part, they're figuring out how marriage is used in a triangulation scenario, and women are like, whoa, I'm not jumping into that. I'd rather stay single.
But I want to push back on that though, because I think, is it more marriage or is it more the toxic people that are getting into this marriage, right? Because marriage in itself is a contract, right? Like it's a business
It's a business contract.
You know what I mean? Like this is my IP, this is your IP. We're putting our IPs together. We're now building this thing. And if you have somebody that doesn't have the proper intentions, then that's where things can get problematic.
Well, marriage
right?
is not bad.
No, right.
It's the people.
The people who, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
So I think it's what I'm seeing too is like women are blamed for choosing the wrong man.
Okay.
And it's like, how can you choose when the person's being deceptive? Like some of the worst types of men are men in the church, man of God.
Yeah. They hide behind that.
Ministers, pastors, that's something that's coming to light now.
Yeah.
They're being exposed left and right. You know, these pastors and ministers and bishops, they're some of the worst people, the worst types of abusers, you know. So, you know, we are taught to choose the best type of guy. But what happens when he fits the description? He's good looking. He's a man of God. He goes to church every Sunday. He has a good job, good everything. But when he gets you behind closed doors, he's your bully.
He's a monster.
He looks good on paper. Your family thinks he looks amazing and he fits the bill, but nobody knows but you that he is terrorizing you behind closed doors.
Right.
And then when you divorce, people say, well, you should have chose better. How can I choose better? I thought I chose better.
Right.
So women are learning now that you have to vet, and vetting requires another level of, hey, we got to go see the psychologist together. You know, I'll give you my psych eval, a mental evaluation, but we got to do this together.
People
you know?
going that, they going that far now? Yeah, that's crazy.
If you want to get married,
look, so I like you, but I need to see a psych eval. That's what we're doing now?
I think men and women, men too. It's not just women and men. I think both, because there's some batshit women, batshit crazy ass motherfucking women too.
Yeah, on both sides. Yeah, both sides.
The woman that flew she unalived a woman over a man that didn't want her no more. Now she's serving like 20 years of life. Oh, what's the girl's name? That's insane. She flew caught a flight to come wipe the girl out. People are crazy.
You think she flew Spirit?
Bye, Barry.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
She's like, listen, I'm not gonna spend no big money on this flight. I'm gonna get on this flight for $6 and go over there and do work.
Young girl too.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is though, what is obviously people with mental health issues, it's always a big thing in this country. It's rampant in this country. It's gone wild, right? There's a lot more people with mental health issues right now than probably any time in our history, right? Just because people are getting diagnosed more and now it's more in the forefront. But like, is there some type of like disconnect that's happening when these young men or young women are in school? What is the disconnect? Because you're starting to see so many young people going through this.
Well, there's a difference. There's mental illness and then there's a personality disorder.
So they're different.
Yes.
Okay.
Because mental illness, I know people with mental illness that would never do the horrible things that a narcissist or sociopath would do. A narcissist, a sociopath, psychopath, they're diabolical. And I think the reason why there's so many, especially you see it in the youth too, these young people are ruthless. The young kids that beat up that Chicago mother, terrible. But It's because, like, it's the enabler. Like, we have a president in office doing what he does because he's surrounded by enablers.
And he's also a narcissist.
Yeah, he's a sociopath, big time. But I think the school system is full of teachers. You know, this is not an attack on teachers, but a lot of teachers have that narc trait. A lot of therapists do.
You know, you mentioned something about the teachers. Have you noticed a trend lately that these young teachers over here having relations with these kids?
That's nothing new.
I know it's not new, but it looks like it's more now.
And some lesbian teachers too, messing with the little girls.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They do. I don't think that teachers. There's no psych eval that a teacher goes.
We can
to,
say
right?
the same for nurses. It's the same in nursing.
Yeah.
There's so many nurse bullies, you know, that covertly are abusing patients behind closed doors and getting away with it.
That's crazy.
Withholding pain meds. Black women die. It's a high percentage of black women that die giving birth.
Yeah.
And that's intentional.
Yeah.
Because they don't get the best care. Wow. But in the school system, just really think about it. If I was a narcissist and I'm in college and I want to go into a profession that would cover up who I really am, I know I'm a piece of shit. I know I'm an evil person. I know I'm manipulative. I don't want the world to figure me out. I'm in college. What types of professions can I go into? Nursing. I can go to the education.
Home care.
I go into jobs that are empathetic. I get around children because children don't know any better. They're innocent.
Yeah.
I can bully a child in the classroom. They'll run and tell their parent, but I'll just deny it and say, no, this is what they're doing in class.
Yeah.
But they hide in professions that protect who they really are. So I think a lot of the schools, teachers, even administrators are narcissistic, very covert, and enable the behavior. There's excellent teachers, but there's also very bad teachers.
Oh.
I had a few growing up. When I was a little girl, I was bullied by one.
By a teacher.
And at the time, not knowing I was autistic, and in class, I think this was 3rd or 4th grade, and I was in the back of the room just coloring with my crayons.
Yeah.
And she said, come here, give me your crayons in front of the class. And she threw them in the trash in front of everybody. So I've been humiliated by a few teachers. So there are definitely covert narcissists in the education field. That's the quickest way to hide. Therapy too. A lot of them are therapists. I see them all on TikTok. I said, you. I can spot them a mile away.
You know your friend, what's her name? Cheyenne Bryant?
She ain't my friend. She ain't my motherfucking friend.
Yeah, she was
wearing that sleazy dress, the Young Jeezy's black tie. It's supposed to be black tie.
Come on, Ashley. She can't wear what she want?
She not a Temu dress. No, Temu dress with Victoria's Secret bra and panties underneath. No. It's black tie.
How you know it's a Temu dress? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, whoever made it copied it out of fucking Temu. Shit was trash, classless.
Did you see her on Club Shay Shay? What'd you think of that?
Flirting and made it up. She's a narcissist. Cheyenne Bryant she's a sociopath. I think she is. Because she's a social climber. She hops from podcast to podcast, trying to flirt with men. Like, we not even in the room watching her. We're watching her. Lady, we're watching you flirt with these fucking men. You did it with Cam with your fucking titties pushed up in his face, trying to be alluring and talk your shit and sound intelligent. You did it with Shay Shay. She kept like popping her legs open. She had on a dress. Like cracking her legs open every few minutes. Trying to be alluring and sound so educational. Paul Pierce got her ass together though.
Paul Pierce. He
gathered her.
He put her together, boy, in that pod.
She be out here thirst trapping, and she's not a real doctor. She's not a real man. She's, I guess, a life coach. I think she's a grifter, and she's thirsty for male validation. She loves to flirt and just say, "I'm a mental health professional." You know, no, you're a thirsty ass scallywag, and you're social climbing and trying to build your name up on these podcasts and these shows. She's on what's that other shit that I can't stand? Tonight's Conversation. I don't even want to talk about them motherfuckers. I hate that fucking podcast.
Why?
It's toxic. It's toxic. All them are a bunch of bullshitters making money off of dumb motherfuckers that come pay to see them. They're not real experts. They're just sitting up there talking shit. We all can get up there on a panel and talk shit about relationships.
I mean, we are in the era of grifting. Like, there's a lot of grifting.
I remember when Ace Metaphor first started out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going on tour with Derek Jackson. I said, look at them birds of a feather flocking together. All them niggas was grifting. So, you know, when Derek got caught, he tried to throw Derek underneath the bus. I said, that's your boy. Don't throw him underneath the bus. And then he went off and started his own shit. And now we got this dumb shit. Tonight's conversation. All of them grifters and scammers. I can't stand that goddamn kitty either.
It is the era of the grift because, you know, people are searching for community. People are searching for a sense of being, right? And they'll see somebody that looks the part, speaks a way that is familiar to them or even foreign to them. They're like, oh, this person sounds like they know what they're talking about.
Well, women are dumb. Women are the pick-me's. That's the easiest grifts. A broken woman's heart. A broken heart. Women are just desperate. No matter how much a man can dog walk you, you still running, seeking some validation. You still want to be married. So these male life coaches and stuff, they pimp them out. It's the easiest grift, I think, and the most popular one. Male life coaches. And you can add reverends and pastors that do the same thing. Can't stand that goddamn R.C. Blakes.
Oh, reverends are crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
they're you know, they are the tops of the list in regards to knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
Master grifters.
They're all sociopaths.
Yeah.
So.
And they hide behind the Lord.
Yeah.
God sent me
Yeah.
to take this offering basket.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Satan sent them.
Yeah.
God didn't send none of that shit.
I mean, we've seen it in the country right now is that you hear a lot of people, they're hiding behind religion, right? This is what they're telling you that this is what being a Christian is, to be able to.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. So what is your advice for people that are searching for identity and community and they're possibly more susceptible to be attracted to these grifters? What would your advice be to them? Like, where should they go? Like, what is...
Get a diagnosis first.
Okay.
Get evaluated. You might be borderline.
Yeah.
If you're narcissistic, those two are severely codependent personality types, and they're going to struggle with being on their own and being independent and having an identity. Narcissists don't have identities. They like to attach. They're parasitic. They like to attach themselves to others and steal people's identity. They call it destiny swapping. I fucking hate that term. I do not believe in destiny swapping, but people
Explain
use
that, destiny swapping.
according to them, because I don't use it. It's like a narcissist trying to steal your whole destiny and make it their own.
Okay.
Exchange personalities, just absorb everything that makes you you, and they claim it and they move on with life, taking what you...
And leave you in rubble.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. Nobody could take your destiny from you.
So what would you call it?
Mirroring. Narcissists do this thing called mirroring, and you can Google and research that. There's a lot of psychologists that discuss mirroring, but it's them basically copying your whole personality because they don't have an identity.
Right, exactly.
And they do this with every partner. They do this with their coworkers. They steal from people bits and pieces of personality, social climb. A lot of these celebrities, if you watch them, they jump from podcast to podcast. They all do it. But they're building themselves up, jumping on these podcasts, taking a little piece here and there and there and there. Or they hang with certain cliques, or they hang with certain people and they start dressing alike. They don't have their own identity, so they take from people to build their selves up to impress the next person or attract more people.
Now
they're unauthentic.
Let's go into that. So for somebody who's a narcissist or a sociopath, why is there no identity? Because they just don't feel that they belong anywhere? What is it?
We're going to take that all the way back to childhood.
Okay.
The caregiver.
Right.
Mom, dad is responsible for that.
Okay.
if mom or dad or both are narcissistic and they train the child not to have an identity, meaning they're enmeshed. A lot of mothers do this. Remember, I saw that you were discussing on your podcast. A lot of women are undiagnosed sociopaths and psychopaths.
Yes.
I truly believe that's the epidemic in this country. I can say at least for the U.S.
Yeah.
So many single moms are covert narcissists.
And they don't even realize it. Yeah.
And they are the worst because what they do is they make sure their sons stay enmeshed and they don't allow their sons to individualize and have their own identity. Everything's connected to mom, starting from birth.
Okay.
So even if she's abusive or she allows another family member to abuse him, he's going to hate her. But families pressuring him, that's your mama, you only get one, stay loyal to her. But he has this pent up anger inside of him. Like mom abused me, or she let dad or stepdad abuse me, or she allowed the babysitter to get away. I told her the babysitter did this to me and my mom ignored it. So that resentment is towards mom. But because he feels a sense of pressure to stay loyal to her, it's that enmeshment. She's groomed him to stay enmeshed and not to have his own identity. So that's what happens. Narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, they don't have an identity because the person that raised them taught them to stay enmeshed. That's what happened, I feel, in the Rob Reiner situation. Why Nick murdered his parents. That's totally what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, because, with him, Rob Reiner, that kid dealt with drugs his entire life. Like,
why did he get on drugs, though, at 14, 15 years old? Because his parents
weren't there, probably.
They were there, but I think with these Hollywood parents, they give their kids anything they want, rich, spoiled, and that's where it starts.
Well, that's what I mean, in regards to not being there, you're present, but you're so busy that it's okay, well, I'm just going to give you this. I'm just going to give you this because I don't have time to spend time with developing who you are, imprinting my morals and all of the good qualities in me onto you. I don't have time because I'm building this life and I'm trying to give you a better life, not realizing you're literally creating a monster over there.
And there's an emotional disconnect.
Correct.
Because
yes.
Children in early childhood, they need the emotional development. You deny them that and you replace that with gifts and money and toys. Yeah, you're going to create a spoiled, entitled young monster that will grow into an adult monster.
And what you also get as well in those rich situations is that you always have the nanny there, right?
Yeah.
So the nanny is the one that's raising the kid instead of the actual parents.
And with the power dynamic, dad might be more abusive than mom. Mom is the enabler and coddler. Dad beats and abuses the boy. The mom goes behind dad's back. Come here, baby. Let mommy baby you. So coddling is abuse, even though it's spoiling and babying a child. And then there's the aggressive type of abuse coming from dad. Or it might be reversed. Mom might be the aggressor and dad is laid back. So that confuses a child. That's cognitive dissonance. And he grows up, he has resentment towards both. And the parents keep playing this game of give and take, give, take. I'm going to put you in rehab because I don't want to deal with you.
Right.
But because I'm a Hollywood star, I have to tell the public another story and make it look like we're a happy family. But the whole time behind closed doors, all this shit is brewing. Family fist fights and everything's going down. And the boy's like, I'm tired of y'all lying. I'm tired of living this life where my parents are perceived as perfect, but y'all are fucking bullies and you're driving me crazy. You kick me out in the streets and the next minute you want me to come home. You give me money, you take it away. Now I'm relapsing on drugs. You're enabling me to relapse. So that's why these types of situations happen. I 100% believe he was abused, even though what he did was horrible. And that's why I advocate if your parents are abusive, you have to go no contact because it ends up in violence if you don't. Something bad. If parents don't attack the child's going to attack the parent.
You had said something about Oprah a couple of months ago, I believe, that when Oprah was talking about that no contact thing about
Oh,
parents.
I wanted to reach through that TV and strangle her.
Yeah, I
She
see.
was gaslighting so bad she turned her comment section off because everybody
Did
was
she
at
really?
her. Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Everybody was at her. Yeah, she's the typical boomer.
Right.
You know, your parents, my parents, they're boomers. And
Yeah.
you know, the baby boomers, they, like I said in, you know, our last interview, that is the most narcissistic generation. And that is backed up by psychologist Dr. Romney. Dr. Romney, who is an actual clinical psychologist, she said it. Out of all the people she's interviewed and worked with and all that, she said the boomers got it. Most narcissistic. Selfish, me. It's about me.
Because that's how they were
Yeah.
they were raised that way to
Yeah.
to have a singular focus.
Well,
that work hard.
we
You
were
gotta-
abused, but we took it.
Yeah.
No, well, that was y'all. This generation is not taking abuse off family or elders.
Yeah.
You know, we're just gonna go no contact, because if not, the violence will happen.
Yeah.
Because there's a rage that builds up when your parent doesn't see you as an adult. Number one, you're always a child. And, you know, they don't take any accountability for being abusive.
Yeah.
So that's enough, you know, when they dismiss you and downplay you, and it's enough for you to have this rage. And then they say, why are you so angry? The gaslighting is never ending. So
Yeah.
you have to get away.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You said something that I caught when you were explaining about the parents before the boomer thing. You said that coddling is a form of abuse.
It is.
I'd like to get into that.
Well,
Explain.
I think that's what's wrong with most men. You're like an exception to me because you're emotionally intelligent. You know, I would
thank
not
you.
be. I would not be on this podcast because I fight with most men. I said I would not.
We've never had a disagreement. Never.
And even if we did, you're just very respectful.
Yeah.
You're not a disagree. You know, these men be coming for my neck, man.
It's a pride thing.
It's a pride thing. But the coddling it starts in early childhood, because if you don't give a young boy, the mamas, let's say dad is hard on the boy, but
Right.
mom is going behind dad's back
Right.
and babying him.
Okay.
What are you teaching him?
Right.
You know, you don't have to baby him, but you can teach him, you know, in different ways. It's the women. And then what's happening now as a result of the coddling, it's confusing the man, and he's getting angry. We're seeing a rise in matricide, and that's men murdering their mothers. Because they resent mom for babying them. Because now they're going out in the world and expecting their girlfriends and wives to do it. And the women are like,
I'm not doing
I'm
it.
not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not your mom. So that repressed anger, he's got to lash out on somebody. So they're taking it back to mom and sister and the women in the family, and they're messing up everybody because he's got to blame somebody. He's not going to take accountability. So he's got to go back to the person that gave birth to him.
Wow.
That coddling creates a monster. Wow. So it is abuse, because, you know, you have to teach him to be responsible. You have to teach him how to channel his anger, his emotions, and these mothers don't do that.
And to be able to deal with adversity as
Yes.
well. Yeah. You know, that's a big thing that I see, that parents are skipping that step. That they you know, they don't want their kids to struggle. Your kids need to struggle.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like financially that they have to, you know, be eating garbage, but it's more about you have to get through certain challenges.
Yeah.
In your life in certain stages, adolescence, you know, when you're young teens, or, you know, old young person, adult, you need these challenges and these steps to say, okay, I handled that. How did I handle that? I handled that pretty well. What lessons did I learn from that? Okay, cool. On to the next one. So now when the next challenge happens, I know what this feels like, and I have the tools to be able to deal with it.
Why are we seeing so many 50 and 60-year-old men living in the basement of their mama's house?
Yeah.
The mama keeps coddling.
Right.
There's a man that just, he unalived his mother. I don't know the exact story. She might have been 60, 70 years old. And she told him, no, he can't borrow her car. And he took her life. That's it. But you coddled him his entire life. You never told him no.
Never told him no. Yeah.
So they're taking their anger out on the person who coddled them from day one.
Right.
Because women are not putting up with it anymore.
Yeah.
We're saying we'd rather be single. I'm not raising. It was your mother's job to raise you correctly. She might have coddled you and gave you your way. I'm not going to do that. I need a man. I don't need a boy. So he's angry. He's not going to, because he's narcissistic, sociopath, psychopath. He's not going to take accountability. He's just going to lash out.
Yeah.
Who else can he lash out at? It's either going to be the women in his family or a stupid woman that likes abusive men. There's women that love these types of dudes.
Yeah.
They're called the pick-me's. But we're seeing a rise in matricide, men turning on their mothers, and even young boys, teenage boys are attempting to unalive their mothers. So that's that repressed anger. Well, you gave me my way. Now you're telling me no. And I just saw a little boy, 13, throwing rocks at his mother's when she's sitting there with babies in the backseat, and he's breaking the windshield of her car. Just keep throwing rocks at her. He's 13 years old. So it's real. You coddle and spoil your boys today, you're going to pay for it tomorrow. I promise you.
Wow.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, right? You know, single mom, you know, they are so up against it in regards to time, balance. You know, what is the advice that you would give a single mother that has a young man that she's raising, that you got to watch out for those things? Because in a situation like that, right, there is no father in the home, which means that she is everything to this boy. And sometimes you want to protect your child to the point where it's actually detrimental to them because you're doing too much. So what is the advice that you would give to a single mother of how to be able to handle a young black man that's growing up in this world?
It's kind of tough because she can be an amazing mother,
Yeah.
doing everything right. There's other factors. If she comes from an abusive household, her parents are narcissistic.
Right.
They're going to try to get that baby from her, the grandchild, spoil him and groom him and turn him against her as he gets older. I have a lot of clients. I mean, it's heartbreaking. They thought they did the best job they could, and by the time the boy gets 18, he flips and turns on the mom. She's like, what did I do for you? You're siding with the family against me, and I took care of you all these years. Well, if you come from a family of abusers, you can't allow them access to your son. If they don't like you, what makes you think they like your child?
Right.
So they'll spoil, coddle, and groom him and turn him against the mama.
Right.
And now she has, it's heartbreaking. I don't wish that on anybody. I've talked to several women that, and the daughters will turn on them. So, what I would do if I had a son, because I have a daughter, I don't have a son, but if I were to have a son, I would protect my son from every abuser in my family. If you're co-parenting with an abusive man, that's another factor. These judges are corrupt. The child, family court system needs reformation because a lot of these judges are psychopaths and they know the father's abusive. I can give you evidence that he's abusive. You'll still say he gets custody, joint custody. And then the child goes on a visitation and the father unalives the child or does something horrible to hurt the mother, hurts the child. So it's all types of factors that contribute to messing up the boys, So she has to really be proactive in protecting him from every abuser, family, baby father, which it depends. He might fight her in court. He might say F it and disappear, which is a blessing.
Yeah.
And she can, even the school teachers, get some mentors, male mentors, keep him busy in sports and don't coddle. Teach him responsibility, teach him about boundaries, teach him how to respect women, and teach him you're not his girlfriend. You're his mother.
Right.
No enmeshment. So that's what I would say if I had a son.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did we ever talk about the dynamic between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law?
No, we haven't.
Have you seen any type of, that's always a combustible situation, but is there more to it in regards to what we're talking about, that enmeshment and having the wife in between that now? Because that is a form of triangulation, isn't it?
It's total triangle. I've been in it. I've been in it a couple of times. The mother-in-law, when she's a narc, and most of them are, she'll play the role, welcome daughter-in-law to the family. knowing her son ain't shit because she done ruined him and coddled him. And even will talk shit about her son to you,
right.
to build a rapport with the new daughter-in-law and to get you to open up. So if you and her son have problems in the household, you'll open up and run to her. Oh, your son is giving me a hard time.
Now
He's
you have a
cheating on
common
me."
bond.
Now, so he learned the triangulation from his mama. She's the ultimate manipulator. That's where these men learn the shit from. Mom is the OG. So the daughter-in-law is in this nasty love triangle between her man and his mother. And they're both playing her like a cat and mouse type of thing. So, and if the mom is money hungry, which she usually is, and she sees her daughter-in-law has a good job and she's a beautiful person, she'll try to use the daughter-in-law and all that. She'll talk bad about her son behind his back to get money and favors and stuff out the daughter-in-law. But when her son comes to her crying, "Oh, mom, we're having problems. I hate this bitch," whatever, she's going to always side with her boy, her baby boy. So now she's on the phone with his ex and his baby mamas and trying to set it up where they can have sex behind her daughter-in-law's back. So the mama is constantly triangulating to stay on her son's good side because she knows he's violent and abusive and she doesn't want her boy to turn on her because he will. And he has cussed her out several times. She knows what she raised. But she plays this like passive aggressive game to keep control over him. So the daughter-in-law plays into that too until a new replacement comes. And there will be a new replacement. He's had several women. She's not the first or the last. So just know, ladies, you don't trust the mother-in-law when you first meet her. I don't care if she go to church every Sunday. Them the worst ones, the church mothers and stuff. And if he's manipulative, he learned it from her. Yeah, you're dealing with not one demon, you're dealing with two demons.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. So I've been in that situation a couple of times. I don't wish it on anybody.
To the point where you think about putting hands on both of them. Hands and feet.
Yeah.
On both of them.
Yeah.
Same time.
And then when you break up with him, the mama's trying to call you up. He didn't mean it, baby. Why don't you come on back? Because she don't want him to turn on her, unleash the anger on her. So she needs you there. They always putting their abusive sons on an innocent woman because they don't want to deal with the monster they created. You created that motherfucker. Now you want to dump him on an innocent woman? So if you move on, who's going to fill your spot? Mom don't want to put up with his ass. So she'll even call, if you get pregnant, she's checking up on you during the pregnancy, keeping tabs on you, and she's reporting back to him because she's got to stay on her son's good side. Nasty game.
Interesting.
It's triangulation.
Here's another one. Why do people, when they are in a relationship for a very long time, relationship breaks down, they break up, why don't people take that time to be able to heal?
Codependency.
Codependency from the previous relationship or just something, again, in the past?
In general, it's like either borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
My daughter has that. So borderlines are extremely emotional. They don't have a grasp on their emotions. And
it's like an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're incredibly empathetic. They just don't know how to channel it. And they're very codependent. Right. They don't know how to set boundaries, which is dangerous.
Okay.
And they attract abusive people.
So they fall in love quickly.
Real fast.
Yeah.
And they have to go to therapy to get that under control, but they're empathetic. The narcissist doesn't have empathy, very little to no empathy, and but they're codependent because they need people. They're parasitic, so attention is like a drug to them.
Right.
So they can't set a boundary. They need to collect as many people, as many bodies to draw energy from and feed. So borderlines and narcs are codependent. And there's a high probability they won't ever shut that off. They need people. It's crazy, but those of us, I was once like that. There's those of us that learn from our mistakes, and we just say, to hell with dating. I'm happy being single. I can't do the codependent thing. I like being independent. But The personality, the cluster B disorders are the ones that struggle with the codependency. It's real bad.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, spiritual whistleblower. She's. What's the line that you like to use?
Let me get my tequila over here.
What's the line that you like to use about the men? It's men free, or what's the line?
Fuck nigga free.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. How did you come to that, and how has it been going?
Oh, my dating life?
Yeah.
It's been quiet. By choice.
By choice.
Yeah, by choice. The thing is that since I've announced that I'm autistic, like it's something with men, they just think you're stupid because you're autistic. And I'm like, no, I'm a genius, bro.
Right, it's the reverse.
I didn't, before we even get to the bed, I done figured out your game plan and everything. And guess what? We're not going to bed because you're trying to play in my face.
Right.
So, no, I like my single life. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't got to clock in with nobody. You got to check in. You go where you want to go.
And the thing is, too, I think I would be ferocious now at the game plan.
Really?
Yeah. I've never been a player, but like right now, if I jump back in, it's ugly.
Come on now.
I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
I don't see you doing that.
Yeah, I would.
I go ahead and text whistleblower. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got about 4 of these niggas.
Or you call yourself giving me the silent treatment, and I'm over here picnicking and vacationing. Like, you're not hurting me, bro. Hell out of here. I will out silent treatment you. So
it's always a power struggle, isn't it, in a relationship?
The games are crazy. And what's crazy to me, and I stopped this, it's like, because I know I'm attractive, but you give a guy a compliment, you call him, you say you're cute or something, he take that little shit and he flip his whole, now you can't tell him nothing, and he act like you chasing him, and oh, no, let me break your ego down.
So look, a man,
nerve.
Listen, a nice looking woman gives a man a compliment. You start to, you get the peacock chest. You're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you get the peacock chest, but don't turn on me. Like, you should be grateful
right.
that I'm, but if you're gonna act like that, I'll chop you down and I'll chew you up and spit you out, motherfucker. Don't let me do that, because I will hurt your fucking feelings. Treat you like you're dead and never speak to you ever again.
I don't look at you as a person that would hurt anybody's feelings.
I wouldn't. That's why I don't. If I were to get in the game, I would be vicious.
You are soft and lovely. Okay, you are not mean. I don't know that side of her. Okay, I refuse to believe that.
Well, they'll get spiritual whistleblower, and they don't want that.
No.
The spiritual whistleblower calls it like she sees it.
As a fact.
So you want to get beside yourself and cocky, I will chew you up and spit you the fuck out. So that's why I don't even put myself in the dating game, because now that I know what I know.
Are you still going after people in the comments?
Well, you know what's happened over the past couple of years? It's lightening up. The men have backed off tremendously.
Oh, because they know that they match.
It's the pick-me bitches that are giving me problems now.
Okay.
The Shira 7 gang and the sociopathic women on the internet. They're the ones. The men have backed off severely.
Really?
Yeah, it's been crazy. They used to come for me all the time. No, it's rarely them. I might get 1 or 2. It's women. Women are coming for me now.
And what do you think what is the reason behind that?
They're losing. It's a losing battle. They go out their way to protect these abusive men, and they're realizing pick-me's never get picked. They're realizing now they're not the first choice. They go after the strong woman. The men want the strong woman because that's the challenge. They want to break the strong woman. You're too fucking easy, pick-me girl. So they're realizing now that they're not the first choice, and and they're fake as fuck too. Like, I see, that's my pattern recognition. They act like they pro-girl. They be on there like, yeah, women empowerment and all that, but they be on somebody else's page bullying and ganging up on women.
Right.
You're a fraud. You're cosplaying like you're about, women empowerment, but you're really male-centered. And you love toxic penis. Get the fuck off my page. I kicks them off my page. I spots them fast. So it hasn't been men. I think the men are like, let's leave her alone.
Yeah.
She calling it, she telling all the game and all that. It's women now. It's the women. And it's cool because I rips them a new ass. My videos lately, I've been going at the pick me so bad, man.
They don't like that.
I'm not letting up. No.
They don't like that.
No. You're a hater. You're hating on Nelly and Ashanti. You're hating on Tiana Taylor. You're hating on Nicki Minaj. Shut up, bitch. Everything I done said about all of them then came true. Every celebrity.
Who's hating on Nicki Minaj? She's crazy.
Nicki's past crazy. Nikki,
I
I
see the
wouldn't
play.
call her crazy. I would call her demon. She's a demon.
I see the play though. I see what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's trying to get her husband off that offenders list.
Well, it's not just her husband. You're going up against Rock Nation. So you need some type of army if you're going to go do that. So let me get some politicians behind me.
Yeah.
President.
Let me go get the foolish MAGA supporters to be able
MAGAs.
Yeah.
You know, that's the play is clear as day.
Yeah, clear as day. I saw it. Because she was way on this side, and now she's on this side.
But she's a sociopath. And like I said, female sociopaths are all over the place. They'll switch up at the last minute.
And it makes sense of what you're saying, too, in regards to you saying that they don't have a personality, so they're taking...
They're like chameleons.
Right.
They can adapt and morph.
So the fact that MAGA has just blown up, she's like, oh, I want to go there.
Yeah, she's a Magnanite now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's what they call her, MAGA Minaj. That's what they call her, MAGA Minaj.
Yeah, I see the play, man. She just trying to get her husband off that offenders list.
There's so many female sociopaths in the entertainment industry. Like Portia is another one. She's with a woman now. You were just married to a man over a year or two ago, or a rich Nigerian. Now you're divorced and now you're with a woman. See how they adapt? They just hop, and switch up like chameleons. No identity.
It's crazy.
They're dangerous.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I have a new name for you. It's not whistleblower anymore.
What is it?
It's you have some witch in you. You got a little witch in you.
Do I?
Yeah,
Ooh,
you got
that's a first.
You say something, and then it happens. I don't like that because I come on here and I'm trying to say no, that's not gonna happen. No, I don't believe that. Right? You need to relax. And then 6 months later, I get a text. Look, I told you.
That's I'm a prophet. I don't call myself a prophet, but I would say that's more like on the prophet
Listen,
level.
witches got some spells in them. That's what you got.
I don't do any spells. I just it's pattern recognition. It's just me recognizing patterns, and it's a gift. I don't know.
Gift, it's damn sure a gift. I'm just saying that I apologize in advance because I might be on one side and say no. I can be
wrong too. I'm not perfect. I absolutely can be wrong. I can make, a wrong, call something out and be wrong, but it's just crazy. I haven't been.
There was one that you was a little off on.
What?
My boy.
Who? You got a lot of boys.
Jonathan Majors. You a little wrong with that.
No.
Come on now.
No, I stand on that.
Come on, man. My man, he has bounced back. He's he's married, happy.
No.
Career back on track.
Nope.
Come on, man.
Nope.
You was off on that. Just admit it.
No.
Just admit it.
Megan is a big pick me.
Come on.
He had to run to Megan, a black woman, to help him with its damage control. I still feel the same way I do about him.
What if they're going to be together forever? Happy.
You think they're happy?
Yes.
No.
All right. How much time?
He has a type.
How much time you give it?
She wants a child. He ain't gave her one yet. 2 more years.
Oh, come on, man. I don't believe this.
He don't want her. She's not the type. She's there to do damage control because when he was in a bind, he had to run somewhere for help. She helped him. That's all about image. I still feel the same about him.
Listen, I'm not gonna agree with you on Jonathan Majors.
My man
has it. He's expunged. his record to me.
We went through this with Papoose and Claressa last year. You got it from this seat. I said, that's all right. Let's go.
Listen, but what have I seen that's any different? I haven't seen anything different. Claire's out there wilding a little bit, though. I would say that. I will say that. Like, she out there a little bit too much.
She's young.
That's all I'm saying.
Pap is much older than her. Do you want my opinion now? Because can we revisit what I originally said?
You can do what you want. Go ahead.
Do you remember our conversation?
I do remember.
You got up off the seat. I said Will and Jada 2.0.
Yes. I was appalled that you would say that.
I think Pap and Remy is hustling.
Come on. Come on. Like, listen, we're not doing that again. They're broken up, okay? It's over. They have moved on.
We talking about a grimy Brooklyn nigga and the Bronx. What part of the Bronx is Remy from?
Where's she from?
Grimy part of we talking about two New York hustlers.
Come on, man.
And a young, gullible girl from Detroit that's never been loved by her family. Like I kind of feel sorry for her. She hasn't been taught. Like, you can tell her team, the people around her, she needs a PR. She needs social media. Get off social media, Claressa.
Everybody should get off
of social media. She's gained weight with Pap. She's got a fight coming up. I don't think she's as focused.
She can drop that. You just got to put on one of those solar suits. Listen, you can do there's training for that. Okay?
Pap and Remy are not divorcing. Number one, we're going to get that out the way.
Why are they not divorcing? Tell me why. What would be the reason?
I tell you last year when we had it? I said they're both narcs. One is the greater narc and one's the lesser. They're Will and Jada 2.0. I think the finances are tangled up and it gets messy, who gets what and all that. And then the little girl too. I think Remy is done with him. Like but I think the little girl is what is saying, to Remy to keep the family together. But Remy can take him or leave him. But I think the divorce is not finalized because it's the finances. It's like Remy worked too hard for all her. I think she's the big breadwinner.
Oh, yeah.
But with him, he has to prove himself to Remy. I feel like she emasculated them. And that's why remember last year I said it's a power struggle. That's what I told you. Because Rem wears the pants and he felt emasculated. So he's going out his way now to make a name for himself. I don't know what happened. He was he was the head of hip hop over TuneCore. Remy said he lost that job because he was allegedly fooling with some of the employees. I don't know how true that is, but he's no longer at TuneCore. So Claressa is the hustle now. So he's managing Claressa. I don't know what that setup is. He gets a percentage or whatever she's doing. I just think he's trying to prove to Remy, I'm a man. I don't care how you talk to me or how you da-da-da-da-da. I'm a man. But I do think Rem's on her boss shit. She just launched the streaming network, Remy Network. She in her bag. Pap is not letting her go. He's not going to agree to the divorce.
Pap has moved on. No. Okay.
Pap is securing the bag, and I think
Pap got Claressa now. She's a famous fighter. She
is, but I don't think when people pick on her, she may be autistic, and that a lot of people are saying that. I don't know.
She hasn't come out. You're just assuming.
Well, I don't know if a family member said her mom was getting a check for her. There's a lot of drama with her fam. Her family's toxic. I don't like her family. There's a part of me that feels sorry for her, but Claressa is also vindictive too because she went after Pap. She knew he was married. She was in Remy's DMs. Like, she know what she doing.
But you did say that she's young.
She's young, but like she has no moral compass. And then she was engaged, I understand, to somebody else at the time too. So she's got her mess with her. But I see two New York hustlers. Yeah, Pap, go get that money and bring it back to me. Bring it back to Mama. Come on now.
I can't co-sign this. All right, I can't.
And
I won't.
Too, and what do you think it does to Pap's ego to see that it took him to leave for Remy? Remy looks amazing. Remy looks good right now.
Yeah, she done got the BBL. She used to have the SpongeBob shape for mad long.
She slimmed down, like she looks incredible, and she's in her bag. She's making boss moves.
So what you trying to say, that she did that because she moved on from Pap? That's not nice.
Women always go up when they get rid of a toxic man.
That's not always true.
Yes.
That's not always true.
I don't think there's no such thing as a woman like leaving a good man. If he's a good man, women will cling to a good man.
No.
Good men are scarce. So you got a good man. We're not letting you go to another woman.
Some people are just destructive.
She is, well.
It don't matter how, look, you can have a good person at home. You can wake up one day and say, I just want to see the world burn. That's how some people are.
I think Rem is calling all the shots at this point.
I would agree with that. I mean,
and I don't think he wants to. He is not divorcing her.
We're gonna see, all right?
I see a tag team effort.
If the papers get filed, I'm calling you.
The papers are there.
They're gonna get signed.
Because you can get a divorce finalized without, if the other person's not cooperating, you can go around that.
Yes.
She don't want the divorce either. It's just smarter. I'm thinking of two New York hustlers. Get everything you can and bring it back to Mama. It's like look at the dude she cheated with, the what's his name, Easy Blockchain or whatever.
Easy the Block Captain, yeah.
He looks like Pap to me, just a watered down version.
Yeah, Pap Schmear. That's what I call him.
Next subject. That's it. Pap Schmear.
Get him out of here.
And I told you that's what narcs do. They find a doppelganger.
Yes. That was a complete doppelganger.
Yeah.
Papoose, Pap Schmear. That's what you got. It's crazy.
And Pap found him a rough chick. And, you know. But they not divorced.
And that's why Claressa got rid of the other guy, because when you can beat up your other significant other, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Did she know that she look at Pap like, I can get into a fight with him?
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He gonna leave her. It's gonna be.
She gonna put hands on him.
He got her nose wide open.
Yeah.
So I think there's a strategy in place.
Yeah.
And Rem.
Because they was on the Breakfast Club the other day, wasn't they?
Like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
It didn't go too well. He's emotionally detached. He be playing in her face. That's all I will say. But I think, like I said, will reiterate, I see two New York hustlers initiating a game plan, and I'll just leave it like that.
We will.
And there's no divorce happening. I will be shocked if the divorce is finalized at this point.
We will go ahead and re-engage these talks once it progresses.
What's the next topic? Let's go. I can do this all day.
I know you can. That's why I'm throwing things at you. Now, all right. Now I guess it's time for our favorite part of the show. We going into these celebrities now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to go with something, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw things at you and see what happens. I play off of you, friend, okay? This is what I do.
I'm sipping now because ain't no telling what's going to come out. Go ahead.
First name I got, and I would love to know your opinion on this one. Stephen A. Smith.
Big foreheaded ass nigga that run his mouth all the time.
Yeah.
Not much on him, just a loud mouth.
Okay.
And maybe, I don't think he's too good with the ladies. Y'all never see him, with a lady friend. Does he have a girlfriend or wife?
Idea. No idea.
I seen his daughter.
Yeah.
No, I don't have much on him.
So you don't think he's a narcissist or anything like that?
Oh, he probably is. That's probably why he don't have no lady. He's an asshole.
Okay.
But nothing more than a big-headed, four-headed ass nigga running his mouth all the time about people, not minding his business. But he's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. That was harsh. Ooh. Did that come off harsh?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll allow it. Cardi B. We're going back to, I ask about this all the time because I need updates. I need updates every time I ask questions, all right? So where's she at now?
Inhale, exhale. When you and I last spoke about Cardi B,
You was a little on the fence about it.
I was giving her grace.
Yes.
Because she's young. She's young. She jumped in a marriage too fast, had all these babies, and I just said, because she seemed like a girl's girl. Despite everything she was going through, she was about women empowerment and all that. But I've seen an ugly side to Cardi over the last year, and my opinion of her has changed. Cardi for sure is a narcissist.
100%?
100%. Sociopathic.
Malignant?
I don't want to say malignant, but the colorist attacking dark-skinned women, I'm not with it.
Right.
I'm not with it. And I'm light-skinned. I'm not with it. But you don't have the same smoke for the light-skinned women that talk shit about you. Okay? Or the Selena Powell that's sitting up, that had slept with your baby father and is sitting up telling all everything that he confided in her, the pillow talking, she's sitting up and telling the world about it and talking about your children. But you have no smoke for Selena. There's another person called Tisa Tells. She does not go at light-skinned women the way that she does at dark-skinned women. Female narcissists are colorists. They're racist against their own if they're darker. And the darker ones hate on the light-skinned ones, and the light-skinned ones hate on the darker ones. That's just a trait of narcissism. You go back to the old Love and Hip Hop days when Cardi was on Love and Hip Hop. She attacked this gorgeous dark-skinned sister from the UK, Asia. And there was no need for it. It was the dude starting the trouble.
So you think she did that just because she's a colorist?
Yeah. Closeted misogynist. Because it's like, and her homegirl is dark-skinned, the brim chick. Okay, whatever. Y'all go back in the day, but still, when you got on Love and Hip Hop, you went after that girl. You should have went after the dude. He stirred all the trouble. That dark-skinned girl from London or UK, she was gorgeous. Beautiful dark-skinned girl. And Cardi was just like out for blood. And I'm just like, where is all this venom and vitriol coming from? I know it's TV and you got to turn up, but it was over the top for this girl. So I see a clear pattern now where she flips out on dark-skinned women. And my opinion of her has changed drastically over the last year. And the Stephon Diggs stuff, divorce your husband first. You can't get mad when people are saying you had a revenge baby, because that's all it is.
That's what people are saying, yeah.
It's a revenge baby.
Yeah. But people are egging it on, like they supporting that though.
Well, people with no morals support her.
Yeah.
Because you just had a baby, Blossom, the third baby by Offset. You're not divorced yet. And you created a broken home.
And mind you, Stephon Diggs got like 8 baby mamas out there too.
Because it's alleged that he's DL. That's a trait of a DL man.
Come on now.
Having multiple baby
Come
mamas. And a type. They're all Hispanic or biracial. He's covering up something, but she should feel embarrassed at this point, because you haven't stopped and taken a moment, Cardi, to heal as a single woman, go to therapy. I guarantee you there's childhood issues with her daddy. Someone in her family was a serial cheater or something, because we attract men like the men in our family. And in order to fucking work on yourself, you got to stay single, leave men alone. She's not even divorced, and you can have fun. Nobody's saying not have fun. If you want to have fun and sleep around, do you, but you brought an innocent life into this world.
Right.
And the fact that, I have enough money, you're going to have to explain to this baby that his daddy is different from the other 3 daddy. I don't think that's cool.
Right.
I don't think that's cool at all.
It's a good point.
So Cardi is sloppy and morally bankrupt, and I used to love and have a lot of respect for her. I gave her so much grace. I even defended her and told people to stop ganging up on her. But after all this with Stephon, I cannot. No. And we have the same birthday. Becca Lise, you broke my heart.
Tamron Hall.
Tamron is a handler. Tamron was sent to replace Wendy Williams along with Sherry Shepherd and Jennifer Hudson. I believe Tamron Hall is a sociopath, more so a psychopath.
Psychopath.
For a woman that is extremely articulate, intelligent, educated, well accomplished, well polished, well dressed, why is your show turned into fucking trash?
Because it's
You're
ratings.
chasing.
It's ratings.
But a woman as intelligent as her, you mean to tell me you have to resort to going into the trash so that your show could stay relevant? You can't do better than that? So there's a mismatch. It says to me, despite Tamron being so polished and accomplished, that she's morally and spiritually bankrupt. And I stand by that.
But what if it's
because the couples on her show are narcissistic and low vibrational and demonic? And I can name several couples she's had on. That Tim and Brene, what? Jamal Bryant, what? That demon? Shawnee
What?
Henderson?
Why is Jamal Bryant a demon? Huh?
He's a whore. He's a womanizer. He's an abuser. He's a big old narcissist that's deluded himself that he thinks he's not a narcissist, but he's the biggest narcissist walking around in Atlanta.
But when you go ahead and say abuser, is this alleged accusation? Where is it coming from?
How he dog walked his ex-wife. How he's flaunting his new wife. First of all, the new wife has been groomed. She's like a mini version of his ex-wife. The blonde hair. I don't know if she's wearing contacts or those are her natural eyes. And she's switched up herself to look like his ex-wife.
Okay.
And then he throws subliminals and things at Giselle. Giselle's his ex-wife.
Right.
That's triangulation. We're back on triangulation, playing two women against each other. And then he'll involve his daughters he has with Giselle, and he uses them as pawns to pass messages back to their mother. He's diabolical. But I think he and his wife, Carrie, have more of a lavender business arrangement of a marriage. I don't think there's no love there. I think Carrie's an opportunist. She knew what she was signing up for. She knows he's a whore. He's promiscuous. Men like that rarely change ever. So I think she's using him as a stepping stone to get more opportunities out of the deal. And, if he show his ass and cheat on her, she's already got her foot in the door. So it works out for her. But I think he married her to help clean up his image,
Well, that's always the easy fix to do that.
Yeah, but they're fake as fuck. I don't buy nothing they're selling.
Tyler Perry.
A big old queen. A big old queen that hates black women, but he uses black women aside from his friends, his female friends that are actresses. They're pick-me's that got to put on for him because he needs someone to star in the movies to play the broken down black woman. But all his movies portray black women in such a negative light. It's clear as day to me that he is a misogynist.
You think all of his movies portray black women in a negative light?
Yes.
Really?
Struggling, getting cheated on, getting beat, dog walked. Yes. Closeted misogyny. His female friends are exempt. They all clicked and looped in because he, got a call on them to act.
Yeah.
In his movie. So they're exempt.
Okay.
That's his crew. But overall, yeah.
And on top of that too, like the allegations that's coming out too. Like he out there wilding.
Well, when you have that much power and money and you're a narcissist, I think Tyler's a narcissist.
Yeah.
Psychopath even. You think you're untouchable.
And he got a type.
And he has a type. Light skin, white, bright skin, whatever. He has a type.
Yeah.
So whatever they said he did, I believe he did it. Just pay them people their money and tighten up. But you can tell, like you go back into his childhood. His mama chose her man over him. He comes from an abusive upbringing, so it makes sense. The misogyny is rooted back towards his mama.
That's interesting.
Like most black men.
That is very
I didn't say all, I said
interesting.
most.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say all because,
No, it's not all.
me and you going to fight down here. You know what I
Right.
mean? All right, I got another one for you.
All right, let's go.
Keke Palmer.
Pick me. Narcissist. Hypocrites. That's a trait of narcissism.
Being a
They say
hypocrite.
one thing and they do another.
Okay.
So, Kiki, it's funny. You complain about Trey Songz. Your baby daddy's a fucking sociopath, a womanizer, and an abuser. But you're in the studio with motherfucking Blueface. Out of all people, motherfucking Blueface.
I don't understand how people be in the studio with Blueface anyway. He can't rap.
It's called clout chasing.
But he can't.
Social climbing.
But he can't rap.
He can't, but there's so much that comes with his name. Since he's been out of prison, how many people have tried to jump on and clout off of him? And I can't stand him. Where the fuck did Hazel E come from?
Right.
Where did this chick come from? Krishan is with him. Immediately, he comes out of prison, everybody wants a piece of him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the clout that people are
understand.
after with him, and he knows it. And he knows what it is, and that's why he exploits the fuck. They get with him, and he exploits the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And they deserve it. Leave him alone. What are you doing fucking with him? No, you know what he's about. So Kiki is a fucking hypocrite. And that is one of the traits of a narcissist, hypocrisy. They say one thing, but another. Joe Budden called her out. I don't like Joe, but I'll leave Joe Budden
Why don't
out.
I like Joe?
Joe is a hypocrite. And
Come on.
Joe is a hypocrite and a big old narcissist and a womanizer.
Stop it.
So who is he to call out?
He is no longer a narcissist, okay? Womanizer, the man has left that. Listen, I'm going to tell you something about Joe Budden.
Can we refill this, please?
Yes.
Did you say he's not a narcissist?
The man has hung up his jersey, okay? He is a one-woman man now.
Is he?
Yes.
Or one man?
Come on.
Okay.
We're not going to do that at JBP, man. We're not going to do that. No.
I'm just saying,
No.
he inserted himself in a conversation that he shouldn't have. With his history with women, you're calling out Kiki for being in the studio with a womanizer, but what have you done to women? That's the hypocrisy there. Or
That was years ago.
Doesn't matter. Abusers don't change.
Some people can change.
No, rarely.
We did have this conversation before.
Rarely.
You said that you don't think people can change.
I think he was dog whistling, he wants Blueface to respond and
Come
go back
on.
and forth. He wants to engage with Blueface. That's what I think it's about. But Kiki, nonetheless, she's wrong too. What he said was right, but it's the wrong person to be saying it to Kiki. She likes abusers, clearly. You can't complain about an abusive nigga, but it be turn around and you kicking it with one the next day. You're a fucking hypocrite. She's a covert narcissist to me. She's canceled.
All right, I got another one for you.
Okay.
David Beckham.
Well, you got to include his wife, Victoria.
Yeah, include the whole bunch.
Okay, the Beckhams are feuding with their son, Brooklyn Beckham.
How you feuding with your kid? What is that?
Well, this is another clue that David and Victoria are narcissists, because when the parents are narcissistic, they don't want the child to have an identity outside of the family. The family is enmeshed.
Right.
And extremely controlling and financially controlling. So when Brooklyn stepped out of the family and challenged that by getting into a new relationship with, Nicola Peltz, by the way, who is extremely wealthy. Her father is like the chairman of board of directors of Wendy's, the fast food chain. Her father's like a billionaire.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, girl comes from real wealth, old money. He steps away, tries to build a life with this young lady, and mom, more so than dad, is threatened. We're going back to that toxic mother-in-law dynamic. Right. And they accepted Nicola. I hope I'm saying her name right. Nicola or Nicola. They accepted her into the Beckham family at first, but things started getting real dicey towards the wedding, And Victoria wanted to pick out the wedding gown and all that. And it's like, whoa, mother-in-law, this is my wedding. I'm picking out my wedding gown. And just little things started happening, and Victoria started showing her true colors. And Brooklyn is, he said, listen, this is my wife. And he's doing what Harry did with Meghan Markle,
Right.
fighting against his family to protect his wife, and what he stands for. So now the Beckhams are feuding. Dave, his dad, is being petty, posting photos on Snapchat and stuff and including all the children, but taking Brooklyn out, which
foul.
is triangulation.
Yeah.
Parents triangulate their children. They play them against each other, might love on one child more than the other to make the child feel, not included or unloved, So the public went at David for that. So he switched up and went back to, posting pictures of all his kids. So the Beckhams are feuding because their son, Brooklyn, is like, Mom and Dad, I'm setting a boundary. You can't control or tell me what to do with my wife.
And do you think that there will be some level of disconnect for him?
He's already, because there's right now, he told his parents, if you want to talk to me, you talk to my lawyers. To get to me, you got to contact my lawyer. It's real.
Oh, he ain't playing.
They feuding bad right now.
He ain't playing.
So he's not playing the social media mind games and all that. Mom and Dad, talk to my lawyers. So it's getting nasty. The same way Harry fought back, with his dad and his, Camilla. Camilla will always be a fucking mistress to me. But the Queen of England, his grandmother, because Diana is no longer with us. Harry fought back against the entire family structure. That was incredibly toxic. And he said, not me. I'm doing things my way. So that's what Brooklyn is doing, going no contact. And what I tell people, the Rob Reiner, Michelle Reiner situation with their son Nick, unaliving them.
Yeah.
That's what happens. If you don't go no contact and set a boundary, the resentment builds, the anger builds, and you lash out at mom and dad. It's a powder keg. Yeah. So that's all this is. And Brooklyn, I believe he's a chef. He cooks. So, but I do think his wife is a narc too.
Come on.
Yeah, she comes from wealth. She's a spoiled brat.
That doesn't mean that she gotta be a narcissist.
Your daddy's a billionaire. You've been given everything you want.
Some people are normal, right?
Well, what's your definition of normal? She's a daddy's girl at that. You don't think she's spoiled and entitled? Why do you think she bumped heads with his mama? His mom was a spoiled bitch.
Well, because
they knocked heads.
That dynamic between mother-in-law and girlfriend, wife, whatever it is, it's always a...
And it's the same story repeating. David went through it with Victoria when I think the family didn't want him with Victoria. It's the same thing repeating, history repeating itself.
Yeah.
So his wife totally is narky, but. And Harry, I think Meghan is, Harry married Meghan, but Meghan, when his mother died, when Princess Diana passed away, he was like 10, 11, 12 years old. Who raised him after that? Who was the main female mother figure in his life? It was the Queen of England. And that's a big old narcissist.
Yeah.
So a man is likely to choose a woman like the woman who raised him.
Interesting.
So Harry... Yeah, Meghan is a narc, but Harry's going to choose a woman like the woman who raised him. Once his mother died, his grandmother stepped in. So look at Brooklyn Beckham. He chose a woman like his narcissistic mama. And that's going to be how he and his wife carry on and all that. We got to see it play out, but he's taking a stand against his parents for being too controlling and petty, and they did. Victoria especially, she did too much. She really overstepped boundaries, so I don't blame him.
Interesting. Tiana Taylor, See, anytime you breathe like that, I gotta brace myself.
I'll just first of all say congrats to her. She got the award. You know, she
Well
worked
deserved.
her.
Well deserved.
Huh?
Well deserved.
Well, yeah. I thought she did excellent. I will never discredit an African American woman that is doing their thing. The relationship part. I feel that Aaron Pierre, that was all PR, because it was like, when you come out of something with a highly abusive man, I'm talking about Iman. Iman is abusive. You're not supposed to jump into a new situation. You got to take time out to heal and figure out, how did I end up with this man?
Right.
Let me go into my childhood and see who was toxic in my childhood. Was it my dad? Was it my grandfather, my uncles, whatever? I don't want to attract another toxic, narcissistic man.
Yeah.
No, she out here with Aaron, and they are a beautiful, good-looking couple, but it was too soon. Some women are so scared to be alone. Narcissistic women and women with borderline personality disorder, they hate being alone.
And why
they got to keep rebounding because of the childhood stuff. It's just they were groomed to be codependent, no boundaries.
Just that feeling of abandonment or anything like that?
Yeah, they're scared of abandonment.
Okay.
And that comes from mom and dad. So I don't even think he likes black women. That's just my opinion. I think he's from the UK. I think he needed some street credibility and some street edge, and Tiana brought that to him. And she used him in return to hurt her baby father, her ex-husband, Iman. They used each other. But I caught it in advance. I said, this is not going to last. I feel it's PR, totally. So
Interesting.
she needs to stay single and just stay in her bag. And, you know, I think she's a great mom, but leave the men alone. If she's going to be the bulldagger, lesbian, stick with women, girl. Leave the men alone. That's all I got to say about Tiana.
Oh, okay. You had brought this up. What is Tim and Brene?
Oh, the nasty, dirty, nasty ass, rotten ass, stank ass couple. Yo, did you even follow that story? Because listen, my followers have been tagging me for 2 years, talk about Tim and Brene. And I'm like, who the fuck is Tim and Brene? And when I researched the story and went down a rabbit hole, I was like, why, yo? I'm so mad that I love my supporters.
Yeah.
I did it for them. When I researched the story, I was mad.
Why were you mad?
It's a Jerry Springer fucked up Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer, Steve Wilkos. Who else was
Richard
toxic?
Bate.
All the toxic talk shows. Everything to this couple. Brene is a nasty, sloppy looking woman. She's a Jezebel, a nasty sociopath. She had a man and she fucked his cousin who was married.
Oh, man.
Lied about having problems with her man and to move in to the home of his cousin and his wife. Moved into the home and fucked the man behind the wife's back. Broke up their family. So the wife sued her and won. This is the state of North Carolina, over $1 million for interfering in the marriage. And now she's being sued for cyber stalking and harassment.
Wow. So you can be able to sue somebody for breaking up your marriage?
In certain states, not all states, certain states.
For breaking up your marriage?
Mistress, yes.
Yo, that's crazy.
She owes once, and she's falling apart now because she's getting public scrutiny for being
Right.
a nasty, a very intentional side chick. Nasty, dirty, stinking ass. Knew what she was doing, plotted the whole time.
That's
You know, the man ain't shit, but she's disgusting. Have you seen what she looked like?
No.
Her breasts are like triple Z. Her breasts go down.
What's
to
wrong
her
with that?
Just look at her. You know what? You look at her and you tell.
What's wrong? Hold on. What's wrong with that? If that's how she was, she was given it by God. What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with if you're a good person. But when you're a nasty, dirty,
Well, you got the
skank,
you got the bad personality.
it just adds to, oh, it's nasty. I'm gonna let you see a picture of her and then you come back and you
That
tell
she
me
pretty in the face? No? So she just got these big things in front of her.
her breasts have got to be a triple Z. They're that big. They're that big. Like past her stomach. They're nasty big.
Is she proportioned at least? Is she got? Because a lot of times, when women have the big chest, they kind of like
a
flaccid
motherfucking Tonka truck. You hear me? She's built like a lunchbox.
Some men like that though. I'm not saying me. I'm just saying that there's some men that like that.
I want you to see her photo and then you come back and talk to me. You think I'm sitting here bullshitting. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Pull it up.
Nah, what? Hold on.
Was I lying?
Yo,
Her titties go past her fucking belly.
I thought that was her stomach. Yo, that's crazy. She had her hands on top.
And be dancing on TikTok. Oh, her TikToks,
Like
all
it was
that.
a-
She
like
be
it was a
like all
table.
of this. Yeah.
Yo, that's like how you put your hands and your elbows on the table like that. Come on, what?
That piece of,
And that's what you said was out there doing the nasty stuff to the family?
she plotted from the very beginning. She infiltrated the home, lied to get into the home just to be closer to him. They go back into high school days.
Let me ask you a question. She got the $1 million to pay?
Oh no, we got to sue. What is it called? Garnishments and
Yeah.
all that. Oh no. The wife, Akira, who has moved on, she's pregnant now and she's got a new man. And I pray for multiple blessings for her. But we're garnishing. Oh no. Legally, this woman is being dismantled bit by bit. Anything that she owns will be garnished, repossessed, taken from to pay off this debt. Everything.
She need to put some money aside for
In the public, everybody, like I said, where are you going to move? Everybody knows who the fuck you are. And now her being able to monetize on social media is being jeopardized because of all this. She got to pay up.
I don't like to call people ugly. I don't like to do that.
I don't either, but the motherfucking shoe fit.
But the picture that you painted and then me seeing the picture.
You saw one. Look at multiple pictures.
Yes.
You got any more pictures over there? Show them a couple more.
And that's the homework.
I want to call her. My nickname for her is Big Nasty. She looks like a big nasty. And the crazy shit to me is how are they getting on talk? Dr. Fielding had them on the show, Tamron Hall. Like, that's why I'm mad at Tamron Hall is supposed to be this woman with some type of a journalistic integrity. Mm-hmm. You have this trash on your Tamron, girl. Tamron. You're that desperate.
SW, it's ratings.
Nasty work.
It's Yo, people will sell themselves down the river for ratings. You know that, right?
But she's sitting up crying victim now. I'm talking about Brene.
How can she cry victim and you over here messing up the family?
She's a sociopath.
So she's not taking no blame for nothing.
No. It's everybody. You got to sit and listen to her. It's everybody else's fault. She's not accountable for none of it. She blames everybody.
And you hear those excuses like, she came on to me. Like, no.
She lied about everything from beginning to end.
Yeah.
But that's you. The way you deal with these types of people is legally. You document. You stay silent because she stalks this woman. That's why she's got a cyber stalking case on her now. You stay silent and you just compile documentation and evidence, and then you hit them like a RICO case. You hit them, and you blindside them. That's how you get them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who else you got for me? I'm ready.
It's not a narcissist question, but what are your thoughts about the whole 50 and versus Fab and 50 and the whole podcast thing? Like, did you know anything about that?
Being that I am a former hip hop journalist for XXL magazine, a lot of people didn't know that. At first I thought it was real. I'm starting to think it's a gimmick, a publicity stunt to help them promote their shit. I think it's fake. Yeah. I thought it was, it's nah. It helps gas them and put them out there.
I mean, it's working, you know?
Because 50's too smart. 50 could have not responded or just been done with it. But I think it's to help boost their ratings. I don't think it's real.
I don't think 50 has never not responded to anybody in over 20 years.
And, you know, Fab is nice. Fab is a dope lyricist. But the stuff he said, like, even with the baby mama being hot shower and all that, nobody cared. Like, we know. We don't care.
Yeah.
It's not really. It wasn't really. It punched, but it wasn't like ether. You know, Nas ether J. It wasn't an ether type of blow. It was just like a little jab. So I'm sorry. At first, I'm like, oh, da, da. And I'm like, nah. 50's helping these niggas. They need the help. That's all I'm gonna say.
Here's one that's kind of he was in the limelight a little bit, had a little bit of pub for the negative reasons. Dame Dash. Narcissist?
Yeah. Oh, big one. That's the whole rap. Their whole rap industry. They just call them all. They all are. You have to be to survive in that climate. Dame is bitter about Jay, and I don't like Jay either.
Oh yeah.
Jay is like psychopath level. He's dark triad level.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
The dark triad? The dark triad, you know, is a combination of dark traits. It's think of pyramid, three sides. It's extended to more now, but the initial three sides is narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. Someone with those three traits are very dark, very manipulative, very sadistic. So I think Jay and Diddy are on that level. There are people out here that it's very terrifying to have. That's the initial three. There's actually more. There's sadism, masochists, really dark, nasty, dirty shit. You can add to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, Dame, you know, it's narcissism is a spectrum. Some are here and some are there. So Dame is totally a narc. You have to be to survive the industry and get rich. You have to in order to climb and do business, you know. But I think he's just bitter. I think most narcissists mismanage their finances. I think Jay has mismanaged his finances. There are clues and hints that he has, which is why Beyonce is out here working as hard as she does. He pimps her out.
Come on. Come on now.
I think he does.
Why you gotta use the word pimping though?
Because that's what.
Why you can't just say that his wife is out there, that she wants to work because she's an entertainer?
I don't think she wants to work. I think she's tired. What I've come to learn is that women, we will marry a man like our daddy. Her daddy was in her life the whole time, but what type of man was her daddy? Her mama put this in her book. Tina Knowles has a book. Right. And she talks about how her husband cheated the whole time with someone that's not even light-skinned. He had a different type. Tina was there for the image and presentation to make him look good. But his type was the total opposite of her. And he had a baby outside of their marriage. Wow. So if Beyonce grew up seeing this, what type of nigga do you think she married? She married a nigga like her daddy. So what do you think Jay is doing? They're very private. But I can almost guarantee he's doing to her what her daddy did to her mama because they set the standard.
I mean, you know, if somebody doesn't break the cycle, it just continues, right?
Beyonce is a pick-me. She's
Come on.
She's a big old pick-me.
Come on. You're going to have the beehive coming after you. You know that. And then they come after you, they're going to come after me because they're going to be like, oh, you got this girl on your show and you over here. I'm like, yo, this is my friend. I'm just asking questions. Okay?
That's the risk for you take, running a podcast. They came for Jesus Christ. He was perfect.
Mother Teresa, they came for too.
They came for him.
Somebody was like, "Oh, she ain't that nice."
And then when they found out the truth, everybody was kneeling at the end. Yeah. So it's the price you pay for being a truth teller. But that's just how I feel. We as women, whatever our daddy shows us, that's what we end up with in our men. And Beyonce knows what type of man her father was, and that's the example she learned from. So what do you think she married? That's all I got to say about that.
All right.
Next celebrity, what we doing? What we cooking? What we doing?
Here's the big one. I'm going to put in a trigger warning here because it may get to that level 10. TS Madison.
TS Madison came for me. I did a TikTok video in response. TS Madison was on Nene Leakes' podcast talking about DL men and talking about how women should get on the HIV PrEP medication. And, I responded, I do my TikToks and all that. And I feel that TS is a closeted misogynist.
Okay.
I feel that T.S. Madison is a sociopath with a lot of childhood trauma and psychological issues. I feel that T.S. Madison does not like women and enjoys the fact that the men that she sleeps with, she calls them straight, but they're actually straight presenting men who are actually gay. She enjoys the fact that she can send this man home to his wife after she done broke him in with her dang-a-lang. She buck breaks. And buck breaking is something that our oppressors, the slave master, did to the slaves. They took a man's manhood from him by getting him in his hole. That's buck breaking. And that's why T.S. Madison will not get the sex change, because the thing in between his legs is what gets him money and power and fame, and he's sadistic and he enjoys buck breaking straight men and turning them out. So my video, for whatever reason, triggered a response video from T.S. Madison. Even though on TikTok there's multiple people, even trans women were coming against
TS.
It's not just me. There's gay men. I've seen gay men attacking T.S. Madison. I've seen trans women attacking, disagreeing.
So why do you feel you were singled out?
Because I spoke the truth. Okay. Timothy is a misogynist. He knows he's a misogynist. He's just a very delusional. I think Timothy is a sociopath. The problem with the trans community is this, and shout out to the DL Whisperer. DL Whisperer came to my defense when he saw that TS put that video out about me. The DL, spoke up for me, and he's still continuing right now to put his foot on T.S. Madison's neck, and I'm very grateful for that. T.S. Madison is, there's two types of trans women. Let me get this out the way, because we as women, biological women, have been accused of being homophobic, and we're not. I love gay people, male, female. I have friends, There's two types. There's the trans woman that is against all this shit that TS is pushing. And then there's the delusional sociopath. Those are the ones that hate women. Those are the ones that think women are jealous. Those are the ones that want straight men who are gay on the low, DL men. They lie for them and they enjoy, them abusing their wives and children. Like, they're sadistic. There's a problem in the trans community, the LGBT community. Nobody's calling out these toxic sociopaths in these roles. I think T.S. Madison is a sociopath. And when T.S. responded to my video, she, admitted, I'm narcissistic. I am. But didn't know what sociopath meant. So a sociopath is reckless, impulsive, sadistic. I think in competition with the wife. knows that he is a fetish, but deludes himself that he's more in comparison to wife. And it's basically this. It's a triangle system. It's a love triangle. It's the wife, the husband, and the trans. If the wife does not expose the DL husband, and she just removes her, she finds out her husband is DL, and she says, you know what? I'm going to quietly remove myself. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to move far away and divorce him. That DL man is going to lash out at the trans. And the trans knows that. That's why the trans wants the woman to stay in place, to keep the love triangle going.
So he or she can be able to do what they do.
Because the DL man is probably going to be paying the bills and giving some hush money or, buying bags, keeping the trans quiet and happy. And the trans, being a sociopath, is loving the money, doesn't care about the wife, and actually enjoys the fact that could possibly be sending the man home with disease and stuff to the wife. Doesn't care. The wife is the one that's suffering. The wife is the real victim in all this. It's two abusers against the innocent victim in a triangle system. The wife, and they're saying, oh, well, y'all don't need to expose the DL man because it's going to get dangerous for y'all. So what I'm teaching women to do is don't expose. If you suspect, just quietly make an exit strategy and leave. Pack up, move to 3 states, 4 states over, start a new life, get your divorce together. Just quietly leave the man, because I promise you that DL man is going to turn on the trans because the woman is no longer there to keep the love triangle going. Okay. The woman is what upholds the triangle. That trans woman knows that.
So that's
you hate the woman, but you need her so that the shit can keep going between you and the DL man. And if we speak up as women, then you want to silence us by calling us homophobic because you don't want us to learn. You want us to stay oppressed so that you can enjoy your fucking shit with the DL man. But you're nothing more than a fetish because he will not be seen in the public with you. You're just a fetish. You need the woman to keep your shit going. You hate us, but you need us. And you're mad that we're becoming educated and we're not putting up with the shit from the DL man anymore. And if the DL man cannot keep a grasp of his home life with the woman, he'll turn on you. So the agenda is to keep the woman oppressed and stupid, teach her to get on HIV PrEP. HIV is not the only problem we got to worry about. We got to worry about HPV, human papilloma virus, which causes cancer of the uterus, cancer of the anus, cancer of the throat. If we give the man head, we can get cancer here. HIV is not the only issue we have to worry about if our man is playing in the streets. So women are waking up. TS wants to keep us oppressed and stupid so that the fantasy with the DL man can continue and you get your bills paid and you keep getting money and laughing at the woman at home with the children.
No, the one thing
it's abuse.
I saw the video that he had put out about you, and it was just like, it didn't sound like he was, trans was
She's making fun of my looks, first of all, because I didn't have makeup on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm a real woman, honey. You're trying to be me.
I don't
want to be you. I don't want no dick and balls.
That part was a little weird to me. But outside of that, I mean, like, how did you feel the entire video was? Do you feel like it was a whole hit piece?
It was a bias, yes.
Okay.
Because there were so many others agreeing and making separate videos saying the same thing I said, but it was something about me. It's just something about me.
So here's a question, right? Because I think I had asked you this, through DM. Would you ever try to hash it out and piece it up with a TS Madison?
No. TS Madison is a demon.
So you'd never try to squash it?
No. And I know TS Madison is a sociopath. That's the problem with the trans community. Half of the trans community stands for integrity and morals and being good people and not harming women or children. And the other half doesn't give a fuck about women and children. That's the sociopaths. We need to address the issue of narcissism and sociopaths and psychopaths in the trans and LGBT community and stop covering and protecting and enabling them. They're delusional and think women are jealous. They're the ones, they're fucking sick. They're sociopaths. And nobody will address the issue. TS Madison is a sociopath. That's all this is. And when everyone's ready to have this conversation, TS is going to run from it. But that's what it is. And so many that follow her are sociopathic. And come from me.
Yeah, this is...
Shout out to the DL Whisperer, too.
Yeah, he held you down.
Held me down. And they're like, oh, something bad's going to happen to him. No. If you know that's why my name is Whistleblower. A whistleblower, if you look it up in a dictionary, is someone that calls out fraud against a whole entire system. They do it in corporate America and all that. There's always one employee that goes against the whole system. DL Whisperer is nothing more than whistleblowing on the bullshit, and they're like, oh, he's scamming women. So what? I'll give him my money. If I'm trying to find out information on how I can figure out how a motherfucker's trying to scam me, I'll pay you. So what? He's making money off of women. If he's giving us information that would help us get out of an abusive situation, it's a win for women. Why are y'all fucking upset? Because y'all want to keep us fucking oppressed so y'all can live out y'all fetish and fantasy with these fucking men that are pretending to be straight when they're really gay on the low. So shout out to DL Whisperer. Like I said, he's blowing up fast, and may God protect him. That's what happens. It's biblical. When you go against the whole system, people are going to want to hurt you and harm you. That's what happens when you're a truth teller. I know all about that. I've been threatened multiple times, but I still keep going.
You got to.
That's all, and that's it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, the biggest thing is about being true to yourself, right? And the one thing that I heard in that video breakdown was she kept saying, you're angry. Why are you so angry?
Because of gaslighting.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't believe that you're angry at all. It's
I'm passionate, but when you are being gaslit by a narcissist, and TS Madison admitted to being a narcissist. Narcissists love to gaslight people. When you gaslight somebody, you're denying their reality. You're calling them crazy and nothing you say is real. So they're going to get angry as a reaction. You're denying, and I can come with evidence and you're still denying what I'm saying is true with the evidence in your fucking face. That's gaslighting, denying my reality, my truth, my evidence. So you can call me angry. It's just a way to deflect from the truth that's being presented. The truth is, you think women are jealous of you when it's the other way around. You're projecting. You're the one that wants to be a woman, but you got a dick and balls in between your legs. I don't want to be a fucking man. I love being a woman. My boobies are real, my ass, my cooch. I look soft and feminine. I speak feminine. I'm a woman biologically, something you're trying to fucking be, not the other way around. So who's really delusional? That's all I'm going to say.
Oh boy.
With or without makeup, honey. And I don't want to be shaped or built like T.S. Madison either. Nasty, bad body builds.
Come on.
Built like Barney.
Come on.
Shout out to the DL Whisperer, by the way.
Listen, sometimes, SW, sometimes you got to take the high road. All right?
I've taken the high
Take
road.
the high road.
I took the high road. But when they decided to screenshot my motherfucking face.
Yeah, that was nasty work.
And make it the topic of their talk show.
It's 40 minutes, too.
That must be a big deal. And
she
there's
kept,
millions of other people on TikTok.
And she kept saying, oh, well, I'm going to give you some shine at you. Like, well, you spent 40 minutes on it.
40 minutes on me. I got my own shine, honey. I don't want to do a sit down. I don't want to be on. If TS invited me on her podcast, I would say no. I don't want nothing to do with that. That's all demonic. That's a succubus Leviathan spirit in that person's body, and I don't want to be around it. And you will have your day. Okay, God sees everything. You will have your day. You're not a good person. You're a closeted misogynist. Don't come for me.
Boy, I tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you. This was That's the way to end the show. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be peacemaker. I don't want my friend to be out there beefing and fighting. That's all I'm saying. You know?
This ain't my first time at the rodeo, though.
I know.
It ain't my first time at the rodeo.
I know. But I didn't think you said anything bad.
I didn't. I'm defending me and who I am morally. And I stand on my morals. That motherfucker TS Madison has no morals. No moral compass. And know damn well they done slept their way to the top. That's why they won't get the sex change. Because what's in between their legs has gotten them up the ladder.
Oh, my goodness.
I digress. Okay, go ahead. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
Listen, the one question I'm going to ask you, did you get a lot off your chest tonight? Did you?
I did. It was therapeutic.
Was it?
Thank you.
Huh?
We got to touch base once a year. So let's see what happens in 2026 and we reconvene at the end of the year. My predictions and stuff.
I mean, listen, it's always good to have you on the show because, you know, I think I never would have imagined that me meeting you at the Black Man's Brunch all those years ago, that we'd still be as close as we are today. It's interesting.
Well, thank goodness you're intelligent. You're an emotionally intelligent Black man, because I would have been out the first time you tried me. I don't usually come back, but you have you're great at interviewing. You're very mature. Even if we disagree, you still handle yourself. Most Black men, and I hate to say this, we would have been in a fist fight. It would have been a bloodbath.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I can't do this on the
I don't know what it is, man. I think that, you know, when you decide to have somebody on your platform and you're having conversations, it's really important to listen, right? Even though you might not agree with everything, but there's also a way to be able to challenge somebody's opinion or how they view things without necessarily attacking.
You gotta admit, Black men are not there. You're an exception.
I think it's something that a lot of people have to work on.
They're not going to, Barry. You're being so
I'm
graceful.
being very optimistic.
You're being optimistic and graceful, but let's be real. They're not going to. They're not. You're a rarity, sir.
I am.
I would not be sitting here. I promise you. There's so many that want to get at me and rip me to shreds on a public platform, and I won't give it to them.
Well, I'm not going to let them do that here. You're my friend. I'm going to protect my friend.
Yeah.
All right?
So,
you know what I'm saying?
let's reconvene a year from now, and we'll see how things play out. But
I know how they're going to play out. The things are going to happen. You're going to text me like, oh, I told you. I told you.
I know I could be wrong. No, I absolutely can be wrong. I don't think I'm perfect or above anything. I absolutely can be wrong.
Well, if you are wrong, I'm going to make sure that I write it
Rub
down.
it in my face and say, see, I told you.
Yeah, I'm coming with receipts, you know? That's all I'm
I
doing.
still think Jonathan Majors is a...
Come on now.
No.
He won that one.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Okay.
He won that one.
All right. And thank you for, the drinks was nice.
This
helped.
Listen, you threatened me and you said that you needed the certain things, so I made sure I got it for you. I'm not trying to get beat up out here.
Okay. All right.
You know, I keep the peace. I give the people what they want.
All right.
All right. But nah, this was great. Thank you for coming here to do this every time you're here. It's always a good time.
Thank you for having me. Absolutely.
You're a ray of light.
And we got the sign, the poster. This is for Barry. I hope you frame this. I'm going to sign it.
Listen, I'm going to put it.
This is me. You see this motherfucker on your timeline? Me and her are the same person. Okay?
Oh, man. The next time she pulls up, she's going to have this.
I'm going to be just like this next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to really be bad. I'm going to be a terror. If I come like this, I'm going to be a terror. Forget about it.
That's all for this show. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
Thank you guys. God bless. Good night.
I'll see you.